Hey everybody, welcome to Friday edition of Addison Unleashed. I just got home. I've been running to and fro. It's been an amazing day, but I have been running. I started my day off with my normal journaling and stuff, but after all of that stuff, I felt really good because I got to go ahead and book some flights that I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to just get out of town next month for just like a day and a half, but it's gonna be fun, and I just really got some good energy flowing. Actually, I had good energy flowing the day before. Yesterday evening I had a lot of good energy, but it just felt really, it gave me something to like really look forward to. So anyway, so I started my day off with that, which was amazing and fun, and I'm excited and all that stuff. And then I kept my day going with a beautiful man and just getting some work done. So it's been a good day, but running. But on my drive home, this topic kind of keeps coming up to me. And so we'll see how it kind of pans out today, because I never plan out really what I'm going to say to you guys. It really is just kind of the topic that kind of gets given to me. But I was driving home today from seeing this guy, and let me turn off my there we go. Sorry. I was getting notifications and things. But I was driving home and a song came on. And this song brought me back a couple months. And to a moment when I really wasn't loving myself. I really was not. I was like really not super thrilled with myself. And kind of something that I had done. And anyway, this song came up, and I was like, I felt that, and then I kind of moved right through it. It was good, but then it really got me thinking, because I've had lots of clients recently that have been incredibly hard on themselves, and not hard on themselves necessarily even, but their self-love is like zero. They are hating on themselves. I think we all can be hard on ourselves. There's a difference between holding ourselves accountable or being, you know, maybe a little bit more firm with self. And then there is truly not loving self. There is truly not loving self. And I did a video, it was actually a couple months ago, probably, if I am truly honest. And I mentioned me kind of going back to basics on a couple things. And back in the end of October, early November, I went back to adding a particular practice to my morning routine again, because it was a practice, and it's kind of solo eye-gazing work. And it's got a very self-love message and piece to it. And I started incorporating this back into my daily morning routine, because at the time I was kind of lagging a little bit on the self-love, and I started to notice this. And so I put that back in, and it's amazing because that adds so much in the mornings. That little piece of self-love really transforms our world. And so kind of going back to my clients, and then just some people I've been talking to, it is amazing how we can really choose whether we are for ourselves or against ourselves, and our world will kind of follow that pattern. So if we are not in love with self, then nothing in our world is going to work. And even if something does magically work, we won't be able to keep that vibration up. We won't be able to enjoy it because we won't feel worthy of it. We will be hating on ourselves, and you can't enjoy life if you are hating on the very thing that is supposed to be enjoying life. So I kind of bring this back even to our sexing, because I think it is very easy to see this and how this plays out in our sexual relationship. It can be a little bit more kind of a cognitive process to kind of get it in other areas of our lives, but in our sex, it is very easy. So if you are, let's say, if you have no self-love for your physical body, if you are like hating on your physical body, then you get in the bedroom and you're hating on self. You're hating on self. Well, how much are you really going to be enjoying that sex? How much are you going to be enjoying it? I can promise you, you won't enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. Yeah, you might get your little 30-second party and blah, 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 and all that BS. But the truth is, you won't enjoy it. You won't fully be able to drop in. You won't fully be present with your partner, because you're going to be in a level of self-hatred. And if you are hating on your own body and your own sex, then guess what happens? Well, you can't truly experience the pleasure of something completely if you're hating on it. So that is one area. But really, this goes for all areas of our life. When we don't love ourselves, that is how other people will start to treat us. If we don't love self, then we teach other people in our lives how to treat us by how we're loving on ourselves. And so we're training others in our life to not love us. Don't love me, don't love me, don't love me, because I don't love me. So in our relationships, we see it kind of spiral out there. In our careers, because it shows up in uncertainty, it shows up in anger. Our self-love completely mirrors out into our world. It shows up in our sex, like I said. If you are hating on your body, if you are hating on yourself, if you have any self-hatred, it is going to show up right in front of you in your bedroom. You're not going to be able to experience the pleasure. You're not going to be able to surrender, or you will. And this sounds a little crazy, but you sometimes will take it out even on your partner. This is actually really incredibly common. If somebody is angry with self, you can almost, I've seen partners get aggressive in the bedroom, and it's not necessarily directed at that other person. So look at that. It is amazing. I've seen women actually not allow themselves to orgasm because they don't think they're worth it. They don't believe they deserve it. They don't love themselves enough to open up to it and really receive that. So it all kind of comes back to self-love. And I think this word, or these words, because self-love is 2 words, I think self-love can sometimes get skewed. We think that self-love has to be, oh, I love myself all the time. That's bullshit. It's not the truth. That's not what self-love is. We also get kind of fed this kind of belief system that self-love has to be all roses and sunshine and rainbows and kittens, and that's not the truth either. Self-love is like loving any other person, thing in our lives. It is just an energy. Now, there are times when I want to kind of look at it from a perspective of, say, like, you have a child. You might love that child, but sometimes you might not be thrilled at that child. You might be like, yeah, I love you right now. I don't like you right now. I don't like your actions. I don't like what you're doing. I still love you. So you're not going to tell a 3-year-old kid, I don't love you. No, you probably still love the kid. But you might just not like their actions. And the same thing goes for us. There are times when I don't love what I'm doing. I don't like my actions. I don't like how I'm showing up. I don't like pieces of me. However, there's a difference between liking our actions or liking a piece of us and going, okay, I might want to dig in there and do a little bit of work because I am better than showing up in that way. That is not love. you can still love self. You can still have grace and an energy of like, yes, I am worthy. At the end of the day, I am worthy. I am deserving of a good life. I am deserving of love, and still not love your actions. Or like your actions. So this is what I really want to get kind of across to you, because I think we think that to be in self-love, that we always have to be in this kind of warm, fuzzy state. And that's not the truth. But we always, at the end of the day, have to come back to our core of going like, I am love. I am light. I am good enough. I am doing the best I can, having a little grace. That is self-love. That's not necessarily saying we love all our actions, but at our core, we do love self. And unfortunately, I think for many people there who do have self-love, they're like, well, of course. But I actually think that the majority of us walk around not loving self, being very hard on self, being very hateful towards self. And if our world is not going how we want, our reaction is to hate on self, to tear ourselves down, to pull our love, to retract our own love from self. If our world isn't going well, most of the time our world isn't going well because we are missing self-love. There is a piece of us that is not loving self enough to open up to all this beauty, to open up to these amazing experiences. So really, that is my Friday message for today, to take a second and think like, do I truly love myself? And when you do have something kind of come up, like today I told you I was vibing high, I'm still vibing high, I'm still having a great day, but I had this moment of like, oh yeah, like I remember like this kind of just memory passed through my head, and I went, yeah, I didn't necessarily like that action. I don't like how I showed up there. And there's a difference between going, okay, I don't like how I showed up there, but I still love myself. I'm still going to give myself grace. I'm still going to, I'm not going to retract all my love from self, because when we turn to hatred, nothing is going to get fixed. Nothing is going to get accomplished. We're just going to actually dig ourselves deeper. So I hope you all got something out of that message. And I'm trying to think if there's anything. So I just released the other day my Addison Your Way monthly subscription program. So this is coaching for anybody who is either in the DFW area or anywhere in the world. It is not just for people who are close to me. It is for anybody in the world, really. If you are super, super far away, so if you're in like China, we might have to work on time frames. But this is for anybody. It is a monthly coaching subscription. You get individual coaching with me. You get access to exclusive video content and journaling exercises and lots of things just for you. This is a coaching program in order for everybody to get their needs met, and yet at the same time to keep costs down, because I know a lot of people right now are struggling with the holidays, all of that. So you kind of get to dip your toe into the coaching world with me, and yet you're not necessarily committing to an entire in-office program with me or Skype program. So check that out. It is on the header of my website, so addisonbell.net. So check all of that out. And other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a beautiful Friday. And as always, I'm sending you all love, light, and blessings. Bye, everybody.